Hey, Thursday WOD time. So today's WOD, a lot of reps. It's awesome. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 air squats, then sit-ups, then a double dumbbell Russian swing, which I'll show you there. So air squats, we already worked on the squats in the first portion. So just biggest thing. Actually, one thing I really want you guys to concentrate on today. A lot of times when there's a lot of reps of air squats, it's really easy to think that you're going low enough, like, hey, I think I'm low enough, I'm tired, this is low enough, I'm good. But really try to make sure you get the hip crease all the way down below your knees each rep, and then at the top, squeeze your glutes hard, squeeze your quads at the top to make sure you get fully extended. At the top, you should be straight up and down, your shoulders, your hips, ankles, all in a straight line. What happens a lot of times is we're pushing for trying to get the fastest time and not working on the quality of the movement, and what ends up happening is a little bit of what I like to call a stripper squat. So your butt just stays back, going to the top, and you're not fully extending. So if I'm right here, I'm not fully extended. One, I want you to give it a try. You cannot squeeze your glutes when you're in this position. Try to do it. Try to flex your glutes. Can't squeeze them. Only way you can squeeze them is to fully open up, and then you can squeeze your glutes. Focus on that for all 150 reps today. Then the double Russian dumbbell swing. If you've got two heavier dumbbells, we did a ton of pulling yesterday with all those dumbbell deadlifts, a lot of those curls. So your biceps might already be a little bit taxed, and the way you have to hold these, you end up getting kind of in a flex position where your biceps working. So I really wasn't a big fan of that. So if you have heavier dumbbells, for instance, if you have two 35s in a female, and you have two 50s in your male, I wouldn't suggest using both of them. I would use just one. It's a lot of reps. Really, the focus is on moving quickly through these, and I don't want you hurting your biceps or your bicep tendons here in the elbow. So if you are using two, if you have two lighter dumbbells, what you want to do is just hold them both. I like to kind of just pin them together so they don't go anywhere. Chest stays up, hips come back, forearms right to the inner thighs. That's kind of how you know you're low enough. And then you're just popping up, going right to shoulder length. All right? That's what we're looking for. If you're going to do one, what you can do is just kind of hold the dumbbell right here. You can't really get a good grip if you've got a bigger dumbbell. So you just want to make sure on that Russian swing, when you come to the top, you're not going too high that you're going to lose grip. All right, so you're just coming up, might even be a little bit below shoulder level, but you're going to be able to maintain control with that one dumbbell a lot better. Also, it allows you to roll your arms in a little bit to where you're not having that emphasis pulling with your biceps. It's more just your arms more just a rope like it should be in a kettlebell swing. So play around a little bit. It's really awkward, especially if it's heavier. I don't want you to get in a position where you're getting tired and you start having these bent arm, funky lifts where you end up pulling a lot with your biceps because we already did a ton yesterday. So 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, air squats, sit-ups, Russian swings. Oh, also for the sit-ups, if you don't have an ab mat, really the whole purpose of an ab mat is to take that lumbar curve that you have here and just fill that gap. So if you've got a nice soft towel, just a dish towel works, fold it in half, and then fold it down to where maybe it's 3 or 4 inches, and then try to fold it nice and loose so there's a little bit of puffiness to it. And then you can do your sit-ups on that. Just put that right in that little gap there, and it'll give you a little bit of the same feeling to where it's closing that gap so that when you go into your sit-up, that it's not compressing your spine to the floor. It's got that support to where it's going to feel a little more natural. Play around with how that feels, but I hope it helps. Have fun with it. I've tried this workout already, and it really took a while to get to that 50 and 40, especially playing around with those dumbbells on those swings. But it was great. Got a really good sweat, and my legs were burning. Have fun, guys. Have a good one.